Oh, my Jimmies, it's going to be a great month in November, and it's going to be a great year because where Jupiter's moving, where all these planets are moving, is like prime for you to be getting what you want in this next year. But I've already said that with Saturn, but I'm seeing it with Jupiter, I'm seeing it with this month, especially with Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus. There's a whole bunch of things going on, so this is going to be an active sky. So, before I begin, welcome everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindy. I am the modern day spiritual advisor. I use multiple modalities, including astrology, tarot, mediumship, hypnotherapy, all kinds of stuff to help you on your path. So, my beautiful Jimmies, um, we have 5 planets plus the sun and the moon that are going to be changing signs. So this energy that you're feeling now, it's going to be very different energy. You're going to be feeling very different energy around you. Um, so we have that, plus we have the north node and the south node moving. So we've got a lot of planets moving signs. We've got a lot of active sky and a lot of energy changing. So all of this work and all these things that we'd had to go through over the summer, this is all like progressing forward. So let's talk about the very beginning. Before I start this, though, I do want to say you guys were the #1 viewed video the last month, and you got an extra tarot reading. You got the Celtic spread, the full Celtic spread. So this month for November, whoever is the most viewed video, so like and share and view, whoever's the most viewed video gets a full tarot Celtic spread again, and a full astrology for the month of December. So whoever's the most viewed, whatever sign is the most viewed. So I know you Jimmies can do this. So get out there and view this and share this so that you can get more views on this. Okay. So let's begin. Let me change my screen here. So November 1st starts off with a bang. Like we have Venus in retrograde, but Venus is going to be changing signs. So if you look here, Venus is going to be moving into Libra, and that's in your 5th house of. Let me say this: when I'm looking at your chart, I think you have someone coming. I think that, yeah, and I think you may have somebody coming back. Some of you may have somebody coming back and then end it and have someone else coming. Some of you may have that person come back and complete something and you guys move forward. The way the south node, north node thing is going on, the way Venus and where it's placed and Jupiter and where it's placed, I kind of feel like that. So Venus is going to move into your 5th house of love affairs, 5th house of creativity. I know a lot of you have been either wanting to start your own business or started your own business and then kind of lagged a little bit over the summer. Maybe you've gotten refocused. Maybe this is what this Venus retrograde is about. I'm going to do the Venus retrograde series for you guys as soon as I finish these November videos. So, and Pluto also, I'm going to do the Pluto series. So Venus moves into Libra retrograde, but that's in your 5th house. So there's a mending, adjusting, revising. Something's coming about here. And Mercury on that same day is moving into your 7th house. So I feel like you get news. I feel like this love affair that was something, I don't know. I feel like maybe this past person comes in and you get news about this because this is your 7th house of relationships. You could also be getting news about a partnership in business too, but because this is your love affair and your creativity house. So if it's a business that you've birthed, maybe it's moving to the next level. Just look for that. That's like on the 1st. So Mercury always comes with messages. Mercury is your ruling sign. Ruling planet, and so you're going to feel the effects of it the most. And so that's happening on the 1st. Then on the 6th, and I'm just going to go over this very quickly because we have so many, I can't go into it too deeply. On the 6th, we have the North Node and the South Node. It's late here. So we have the North Node and the South Node changing signs. So the North Node is moving into Cancer, which is your 2nd house. And the South Node is moving into Capricorn, which is your 8th house. So I feel like there's going to be some adjustment. Remember, the 2nd house is about the value and the money you earn, and the 8th house is about other people's money, so a partnership. So for the next year and a half, Where the North Node is where you're going to be spending most of your time. So that's money you earn, the value you have. For those of you that have been wanting car or wanting a laptop or wanting your business to grow bigger or wanting a bigger position or wanting like a house or wanting whatever this is that helps you value you, you're going to be focused on that. What's not going to be focused so much on, and that doesn't mean you won't get anything from it, it just means it won't be, you won't have much time for it, is other people's resources, other people's money, other people. So if you have a partner, maybe you were depending on that partner, maybe he or she was bringing in more money, that's going to change. You're going to be doing that, and maybe they're not going to be so much. Maybe you get a bigger, more money coming in, and it doesn't mean they're not doing it. It just means you're going to have way more money, right? So something like that's going to be going on. That's on the 6th, and I will do a series on the nodes so that you guys understand for this next year and a half what's going on. So then on the 7th, we have this new moon that's going to be in Scorpio. That's going to be in your 6th house. So this is your daily activity. This is your health and well-being. This is changing for you, especially with these nodes, especially with Venus retrograde, and then with Jupiter moving into that next house. So there's something in this new moon that's going to begin for you having to do with either your health and well-being or your daily activity. Your schedule's changing, something's changing. You got the position, you got the better position, you got the new job, something's coming. So that's on the 7th. And then on the 8th, so like 6th, 7th, 8th, this is from week 1, from day 1 of November, you're going to, everybody is, it's just going to be going, these things. Now, on the 8th, this is when Jupiter changes signs and moves into Sagittarius, which is your opposing. This is your 7th house. Sagittarius, so where Jupiter was in Scorpio, and you, whatever you were receiving or whatever you were understanding or growing, it had to come about through maybe some trauma or some, it wasn't easy feeling, or maybe some sort of crisis or something. When it moves into Sagittarius, which is its house, it rules its sign, that sign, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is very optimistic. Sagittarius is very easygoing, and Jupiter really works well in this house, and so or it really works well with this sign. So when Jupiter moves into Sagittarius, you have this next year of optimism, of things going your way, of things not being so hard, of all of that coming about. And I'm going to do the Jupiter series as well. So it's moving into your 7th house. That's why I feel like partnerships, collaborations, business partners, love partners, like that's going to be highlighted for you in this next year. And Jupiter's going to expand that house. So where you didn't have a lot going on with relationships, with new relationships, that's going to be changing, and it's optimistic, so it's very good for you. So I know some of y'all are scared because of the past traumas that have happened, and maybe you haven't had anybody in a while, but it is changing for you, and I'm really, really happy for you. So that's going on the 8th. And then on the 16th, Mars moves into your 10th house. So Mars is going to be moving into Pisces in your 10th house, Gemmies. So you're going to be on freaking point. When I in my birth chart, and y'all know I'm a Gemini sun, in my birth chart, I have Mars in my 10th house. Like, anybody who has Mars in their 10th house does so well at work, or at their purpose, or at their life, or at their career, or in the public. Because Mars gives you that energy, and Mars knows how to get things done and do things like that. And so in your 10th house, I feel like y'all are coming up. I feel like things are going to be happening for you. I feel, and then we have Neptune in there, which I'll talk about in a minute. So Mars is going into your 10th house. Mars is about me. Mars is going to get things done. Mars is going to take the action where you get from Venus, what you get from Jupiter, what you get from Saturn that you've been working so hard. I'm really, really excited for you, Gems. I wish I could go deeper. I just can't take too long because we have so many things happening this month. So be sure and be the first video, the most viewed video, so you guys get that big reading, okay? So on the 17th, this is when Mercury turns retrograde, And so Mercury is going to be turning retrograde in your 7th house. So there's going to be some adjustment. There's going to be some revising. There's going to be some amending. This is kind of where I feel like an old person comes back to you guys. For some, this is not for everybody, but this is for some. And again, this is for sun, moon, rising. You probably feel it the most if it's your ascending or rising, but not that you won't with your sun or your moon. Mercury retrograding in your 7th house, there's going to be some adjusting. Like maybe, I can see two things. I can see where maybe an old person comes back and you're like, what? And you're trying to like figure that out. But I can also see where a new person comes in and you don't want to do the same thing where you totally delve into somebody and lose yourself, and so you're being really cautious, and maybe you kind of at the retrograde pull it back and sort of see and take it easy, and I mean you've grown up a lot, Gemini, and I'm really, really proud of you. So you know how to handle a Mercury retrograde. You've done it before. You've done it a lot. So I don't feel like it's bad. I feel like it's optimistic. I feel like it's good. It's in Saggy. So then, I'm sorry, on the 7th, I do want to mention, I didn't say this before. On the 7th, one of the other planets that's moving is that Uranus is moving into Aries. Okay, so on the 7th, when you have this new moon, you have this Uranus moving into your 11th house. So the 11th house is it's the house of gains. It supports your 10th house, and Uranus, he likes to come and shock and awe so that he can liberate you. So something's going to shift in that 11th house of networking. I feel like somebody comes to help you. An influential person may come to help you, or you may get word of that in some way. So I did want to mention that. And then on the 19th, we have this grand water trine. So this grand water trine has to do with the sun in your 6th house in Scorpio, which is this health and well-being, your daily activity. And Chiron in your 10th house. So this is your persona, your public life, your career, your life purpose, right? So this is what you do out in the world. So it's a grand water trine, and then the north node in your 8th house. So, the north node in your 2nd house. I don't know why I wrote 8th house. So it's the north node is going to be in your 2nd house. I had that backwards with Capricorn. So this has to do with the money that you earned and your daily activity and your career. So something's changing in there where your schedule's changing, your position's changing. You may get more clients or more money or a bigger position and more responsibility. Something's going on with that grand water trine. But remember, a grand trine is about a divinely guided gift being brought to you, and this is to help you feel fulfilled. This is to help you feel better. Okay, so whatever this is, it's felt on an emotional level. It doesn't necessarily mean it just has to be emotion. It can be a physical thing, but it's felt on an emotional level. Okay, so that's going to be going on the 29th. And then on the 22nd, so on the 22nd, you have a full moon in your sign. So in your sign, the full moon, and it's opposing Jupiter in your 7th house. So on the 22nd, some people it's going to be the 23rd. It kind of depends on where you live. So on the 22nd or 23rd, you have this full moon. You know, full moons are about releasing what no longer serves you, but that's also when fate and destiny can step in when you have room. And it's opposing Jupiter in your 7th house. So you may be receiving a gift of somebody new coming in. You may be receiving a gift of a partner coming in. Maybe somebody wants to help you financially, or somebody wants to help you make it to the next level, maybe give you a contract, or maybe something's going on here. But you're having to release something, and you're going to be feeling it because it's in your sign. But remember, full moons are also about illuminating a part of you, because it's in your 1st house, that you hadn't seen before. This is to help you move forward. This is to help you let go. So that's on the 22nd. Then on the 24th or 25th, 25th for me, 24th for some, This is when Neptune goes direct. So Neptune's going to be going direct, and this is in your 10th house. So I feel like some of you, if you're in the entertainment industry, maybe even if you're a YouTuber, I feel like you're going to be seen more. I feel like something's coming where you, because Mars is in there and Neptune's in there, and so fame can come out of this, or a bigger public life can come out of this. So Neptune being in this house, it's not conjunct at this time, but it's going to conjunct soon enough. Where conjunct meaning Mars is going to be talking to Neptune, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, it is kind of conjunct, I guess. I like them like at 5 to 8 degrees. So I feel like something's coming about with when Neptune goes direct and begins to gift you, right? And so some of y'all have that going on. We have this Chiron here, but some of y'all have that going on. So congratulations to a lot of you. You have something coming. That's not everybody, but like if you're in the entertainment industry, I feel like that. Or if you've been working hard and you're like in the public life somehow, like maybe you're a life coach or something. I don't know. It's like something where you get bigger. So congratulations. So that rounds out the end of the month for November for Gemini. I did cut the cards and already shuffled them, but I'll shuffle them one more time. Wow, yeah. Congratulations, Jim. It's about time. It's about time. A lot of y'all have been working really, really hard. And this is just the beginning. I told you guys, Saturn is in there, Pluto's in there. That's why I'm doing the Pluto series. I got to do the Venus Retrograde series after I finish these November ones. But y'all got a lot of stuff coming 2019, 2020. Yeah. It'll slow down a little bit 2022, but it's not like it'll be some adjustment time. It won't like, it's just your life is going to be very different. I mean, globally, our lives are going to be very different. So let's see what we got for gems. Shoot, I'm excited too. I'm a Gemini sun. All right, so where are you at in the month of November? You have the Hermit. All right, Gems, I see you're like really isolating yourself. I see like, and it's okay because I can tell, like you guys are empathic. I've told you guys before, you're empathic, you're psychic, you're intuitive, whatever you want to call it. You can both feel and you can see or you can hear, right? So you can sense, whatever. Whatever modality you have. But a lot of Geminis are psychic and intuitive and empathic. And so I feel like y'all are feeling the energy change, and I feel like it's been a tough couple of months, 4 months, 5 months for you guys, and I feel like you're worn down. But it's okay because we're moving into this new energy, and it's going to give you energy. There is something that you're really, really trying to figure out, and I feel like that's where this Hermit comes in. And I feel like you're doing really well by knowing to go within, step into your higher self, ask your guides, ask your loved ones, ask somebody that can help you, ask, God, source, oneness. I feel like you've grown that much that okay, if I'm lost, I just need to settle down. I need to center myself, and I need to my answers are within, and I'll get it clear if I ask, right? That's what I feel like. I feel like there's this one thing that you're trying to figure out because you're so inquisitive. But I feel like this is one thing, but I feel like it's going to come to you. So let's see what their advice is. Yeah. Their advice is the Three of Pentacles. Did I show you guys the Hermit? I'm sorry. Here's the Hermit. You're trying to see the light. You have some light to guide you. But I feel like, you're really going within. So their advice is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles means don't overthink it, especially for you, Gems. Don't overthink it and don't try to figure it out to the end. Does that make sense? Like, because you guys are so inquisitive, don't say, well, I'm not going to make a move until I completely figure it out. Because that's going to hold you back. What they're saying is you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Come out of yourself and continue to take the steps. Continue to work. Even if you don't know exactly what step 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, till the 10th step where the ending is, right, where your goal is. Even if you don't know what those steps are, doesn't mean stop working and try to figure it out before you get those steps. Do the steps. Just do step 1. And then do the next thing, and then do the next thing, and then do the next thing, right? Even if you don't know exactly how to get to 10, doesn't matter. Keep going. Just keep doing. Keep working. Keep taking action. Keep studying. Keep doing. This is the Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles means you're steadily working in the details, and before you know it, what happens with the 3 of Pentacles is that soon enough they become the master, but they don't even realize it because they've been adjusting, amending, working so diligently at all the details that they've stumbled and they've fallen and they still got up and they still kept going, right? That's what they're saying. Just keep going because the universe has your back. It's going to come about. And then the ending, so where you're headed in towards the end of November, you have the Knight of Wands. So I feel like the Knight of Wands is an offer being brought to you, and I do feel like it's money. I do feel like if it's not money, it's a way to make you more financially stable, because the wands can make money. The wands can have stability. They just have to want it. It has to come from their heart, and that's what you've been working on, something that comes from your heart. So for some of you, I feel like you get this offer that's going to help you become more, become bigger, become what you thought and thought you saw, right? But also, if this is about love, I feel like you'll have somebody coming in too. Yeah, I do. I really do. So congratulations. If you have somebody already, then you may be dealing with somebody from your past, and this is just to close it out so that you guys can move forward, and then you move to the next level with your significant other, with your partner, because that 7th house is lit up too. So congratulations. Have a wonderful, wonderful month. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I love you, love you, love you. Bye.